Hey Chem Magicians, today's video is going to be about resonance effect. We already discussed about inductive effect and electromagnetic effect in our previous videos, and I will put the link of those videos in the description below. You can check them out. So today's topic is going to be all about resonance effect, and in the next video I will be discussing about hyperconjugation, which is another very important effect. So let's just start the video. So in resonance effect, first of all we have to know that where did this effect occur? How did it begin? How did we start talking about resonance effect? So we very well know this is benzene, and we know that benzene has got 3 double bond and 3 single bond, right? 3 single bonds and 3 double bonds. So we might think that these 3 bonds are of equal length and these 3 single bonds are of equal length. Okay, so there should be 2 different lengths in the molecule. 2 different bond lengths should be observed. Okay, but it is not so. Observations show that all of these bonds are equivalent. So you have to note this point, that all of these bonds, despite being 3 double bonds and despite being 3 single bonds, these all are equivalent. That means same bond length. So scientists started thinking that how is it happening, right? And one more thing to note, the bond length was found to be shorter than that of single bond and longer than that of double bond. So it was something middle, in between those two. Okay, so scientists, when thought of it, came to a conclusion that this electron density moves, it shifts, okay, and it's hybrid. Whenever we show canonical structures, that means resonance structures, we show them with this arrow, having 2 arrowheads. Okay, so when this bond shifts here, let's say this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So the first there was single bond between first and 6th carbon, but now they will have a double bond. When the electron density is shifting, the bonds will move. Okay, so yeah, here we have single bond between 2nd and 3rd carbon. We will achieve double bond here. So these are 2 canonical structures, canonical forms, okay, which are shown by this arrow. So this is nothing but resonance effect, or also very well known as mesomeric effect. We will discuss about it in a while. So this is resonance. This is how resonance began. So resonance effect is also of 2 types, plus R effect and minus R effect. As we know, inductive and electromagnetic effects are of also 2 types, plus E plus I, minus E minus I. Similarly, resonance is also of 2 types, plus R, minus R. So how do we decide which one is plus R group or which one is minus R group? Very simple. First of all, plus R group is also known as ring activating group because it activates the ring. That means it gives electron density to the ring. Okay, let me just tell you. If I have a benzene, okay, one more thing. Since all of the bonds are equivalent in benzene, so we show it like this, that the electron density is spread over benzene. Okay, so we show it like this. So this is benzene, and let's suppose we have a group, okay, a functional group attached to it. Let's suppose we have let's say we have OH group, hydroxide. Okay, now since hydroxide has got 2 lone pairs, this lone pair can go in the ring. Okay, this lone pair can go in the ring and the bond shifts. Okay, so since the electron density is moving in the ring, this OH group will be considered ring activating group. Okay, that means it is activating the ring, it is donating electrons to the ring, so it is a plus R group. Okay, I will discuss about all of them just in a while. Now let's discuss about minus R group. Minus R group is also known as ring deactivating, or also electron withdrawing groups. Electron withdrawing, because these types of groups withdraw electrons from the ring, and these are known as ring activators, or also electron donating. Electron donating, because they donate electrons to the ring, as OH was donating the electrons to the ring. Okay, so in this, let's consider we have benzene. Okay, so let's say the group is, functional group is, let's say it is fluorine. No, not fluorine. I will discuss about fluorine also later. Let's say it is this aldehyde. Okay, now since we have to see this carefully. See, this is carbonyl. Oxygen being more electronegative than this carbon, the electron density will be shifted towards oxygen. So oxygen will attain partial negative charge, right? And this will get partial positive charge. So since this carbon center is electrodeficient, so it cannot donate electrons to the ring. Rather, it will withdraw the electrons from the ring. Because it is electron deficient, it requires more electrons, so it will withdraw electrons from the ring. So this group, this aldehyde as a whole, will be considered electron withdrawing group or minus R group or ring deactivator. I hope it is clear now. The ones that donate electrons to the ring are known as ring activators, and the ones that withdraw electrons from the ring are called deactivators.